Welcome to Ohio Gateway Day. I am Dean Rees Ulmer, Dean of Ohio University's College of Business. Congratulations again on your acceptance to our selective, top-ranked business program. I know you've got some big decisions ahead of you as you consider what's next in your academic journey. So I wanted to take a moment to highlight several key reasons why you should pursue your business studies with us in Athens. Over the last decade, we've consistently been recognized as one of the nation's best public business schools. That's because we provide a broad range of individualized experiences that help students develop the real-world skills employers are looking for. Our graduates, who ranked us among the top 30 for best alumni experiences nationwide, are proof that we keep our word. In our College of Business, we understand that it takes more than one great internship or even a degree to build a successful career. Our college goes beyond traditional group projects and internships to connect students with a wide variety of experiences outside of the classroom, from student-led businesses and teams like the Southern Ohio Copperhead Summer Baseball League to selective organizations like the Shea Sales Center or Student Equity Management Group. Additionally, our students graduate prepared to lead in an increasingly globally connected world after participating in programs like Select Leaders and the Global Consulting Program. Students also have the chance to follow their interests to top-level opportunities in specialized fields, such as our students who recently spent a weekend bumping elbows with the top athletes at the Ryder Cup. Throughout your time in Copeland Hall, you'll be surrounded by a network of experts who collaborate with you to create layered, personalized academic plans and comprehensive, diverse, and yes, fun co-curricular experiences that build the know-how and character it takes to disrupt, impact, and lead any business. And because your experience at Ohio isn't just a field trip or an occasional bonus, Business Bobcats learn to fail forward, to lead with perseverance and determination, and to develop not just the business acumen, but the soft skills that deliver lifelong success. Between your caring, engaged, and accessible faculty and our dedicated business advisors and career coaches that are a part of the college's Career and Student Success Center, you'll be supported every step of the way. Even in our ever-changing business climate, you'll feel confident to navigate whatever comes next. Our goal is to ensure that you graduate on time and on plan, not only with an esteemed degree and globally supportive alumni network, but a resume full of relevant experiences. And we're ready to guide you through the process and connect with you to discuss any questions you or your family may have today or any moment along the way. As you decide where you'll study for the next few years, and as you take a moment today to imagine yourself thriving here, we hope you'll write Ohio on the top of your list. We're excited to welcome you to our community and to help you move forever forward. On behalf of all of us in the College of Business, thanks so much for joining us today. Up next, we'll hear directly from faculty and students about life as a Business Bobcat.
Hi, I'm Dana Shoulders, a strategic leadership and management major from Columbus, Ohio, and I serve as a College of Business student ambassador.
Hi, my name is Casey, and I'm also a College of Business student ambassador. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I'm currently majoring in finance and business analytics. Today, we are joined by Dr. Jim Strode, who is the Director of Undergraduate Programs, who will be answering a couple of questions about the College of Business today. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Great to see you, Casey, and great to see you, Dana.
Awesome. So just to kick us off, we would like to ask you some questions today. So I know future students and families are interested in learning more about the College of Business, but a lot of students don't know where to start, or they're unsure about what they're majoring in, or debating multiple different majors or minors. Can you elaborate a little bit on the journey that College of Business students go through?
Absolutely. So the first thing to know is that we have 12 majors, 5 minors, and 12 certificates. 50% of our students in the College of Business double major. It's very easy the way that our curriculum is set up for students to do that, whether it's in our BBA program, our Bachelor's of Business Administration program, which houses our traditional business programs such as accounting, finance, marketing, strategic leadership and management, as well as analytics, or with our Bachelor's of Sport Management, which is also housed in the College of Business, which also includes a core of business courses. So really, the sky's the limit when it comes to your opportunities to be able to pick a relevant and rigorous major here at Ohio University.
That's actually super nice to hear, and was actually something very similar through what I went through. I came in completely undecided. I had no idea what I wanted to major in. And one of the great things about the College of Business was the fact that I was able to take so many of the introduction classes to each major. So that way I was really able to find what I enjoyed and then declare my major from there.
Yeah, so I have another question for you. One of the things I love about Ohio University is being able to take business courses right away, not having to wait till the second or third year to see what those classes look like. Can you share a little bit more about what those first few business classes look like?
Absolutely. So what we call it is we call it our Copeland Core. And it's called the Copeland Core because we're actually housed in Copeland Hall here in Athens, Ohio. And the Copeland Core specifically puts our first year students together in 4 courses. These students will take all 4 courses together. All of these classes are geared towards the introduction to business, introduction to university life, as well as getting the basics of business communication under their belt. So you'll have a learning community leader. This learning community leader is a professor or staff member in the College of Business who's going to be one of your first key opportunities to develop a mentor relationship. And they'll help steer you through your first semester here with us in the Copeland Core. We think it's an amazing program. We spend a lot of time making sure that our students are connected not only to the faculty member, but also to each other. One of the common things that I hear over the years from students who graduate from OU is their friend group, their social group started in the Copeland Core.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know for me, my learning community experience was everything to starting my experience here at Ohio University, and my learning community leader definitely served as a mentor and helped me gain my first internship. So I'm very excited about hearing about that.
And one thing to add about our undergraduate learning community as well is not only do you have a professor who's going to be leading it, but you also have an upperclassman student in the College of Business who is going to serve as a mentor. And that student helps run tutoring sessions, study sessions for you, as well as brings in a whole bunch of other social activities of things that you can do in and around Athens, Ohio.
Awesome. Just to ask you another question, I worked super closely with my advisors throughout my 4 years here at Ohio University, and they really helped me be successful. What are other ways that students can interact with their advisors to make sure that they also are successful after they leave the College of Business?
So we have a fantastic group of academic advisors and career coaches located in our Career and Student Services Center here in Copeland Hall. And they have open office hours. You can also schedule an appointment to sit down one-on-one with them. But what's really important about those interactions is how we've implemented this Ohio graduation plan, where not only are they assisting you in making sure that you are on the right track to get the right classes that you need, to make sure that you can get as many curricular hacks, I call them, where if you want to double major and pick up a certificate and a minor, you can do that. They're the experts at that. But you also have a career coach that's going to help you build up your resume, build up your LinkedIn, get you ready for that next internship as well as your job. And then the Ohio graduation plan ensures that you've hit all of the checkpoints of all the experiential learning opportunities that we have.
That was extremely helpful for when I was going through my advising, because I wasn't sure what I was going to be taking my junior year when I was a freshman. Meanwhile, my advisor knew exactly what my 4-year plan was going to look like, and that was extremely helpful in just knowing what classes I was going to be taking for my future semesters here at Ohio University.
Yeah, speaking about planning for the future, I know that every student has to have an internship or an experiential learning opportunity like the Global Consulting Program before graduating from the College of Business. What are some ways that the college helps students find these opportunities?
It really starts with the Copeland Core, right? You get introduced to your major, you get introduced to what opportunities are going to be available to you for your next 3.5 years or shorter here at OU. So when we start there, we build in, as you become a sophomore, career exploration courses. So you'll have one-on-one interactions with your career coaches to see what's going to be available for you when it comes to internships. Some majors actually require mini internships called practicums, but you also hit something else, and that's our global consulting program. What's really unique to the Ohio University College of Business is the ability for our students to get out internationally and connect with businesses in other countries and actually do real client projects. They not only take a class, but they actually are going to be getting the experience of consulting large corporations like Adidas and Puma internationally. For those students that want to stay close to home, though, too, we have an internal program called OICP, which is a way for our students to connect to other entities, other cultural experiences without necessarily having to leave Athens, Ohio.
That's really awesome to hear. I was wondering if you could touch a little bit more about additional career services that are offered to our students here in the College of Business.
We have a set of career coaches that are instrumental in making sure that our students are prepared, not only the resume, cover letter, LinkedIn, but also know of all of the opportunities that are available to them. We also have a heavy influence from our faculty members as well, because our faculty members, about 50% of our faculty members are teaching faculty members, so faculty members that may not be your traditional academic researchers, but came from the industry and came back to Ohio University to give back their skills in the classroom. So between our career coaches and our faculty connections, the only gap that needs to be filled is from our alumni. And our alumni come back for our career fairs. The Bobcat network is very, very strong. And certainly when a Bobcat calls an alum and asks for some sort of opportunity for an information interview or even just a chance for an internship or a job, they typically follow through.
I cannot tell you how many alumni I've messaged on LinkedIn just asking if I can connect with them, and they are more than welcome to have calls with me, get a cup of coffee with me in Columbus. It's really nice having those alumni to lean on, and that's actually how I got my internship that has since turned into my full-time offer.
Yeah, that's a really great point, and it leads us right into our next question. What advice would you give or offer to students who want to make the most of their time here as a Business Bobcat, and what would become something really attractive to employers as a result?
So the first part of the question, I would say, it can be a bit intimidating in that it can be like drinking water from a fire hose. You step on campus as a freshman and you see all of the opportunities available to you. I mean, I told you how many majors, minors, certificates that we have, experiential learning opportunities that we have, student organizations that we have. We advise our students to get involved in at least one academic student organization, as well as one social organization, whether it's playing rec sports, joining a sorority or fraternity, joining some sort of philanthropic cause, right? So we want you to get involved right at the beginning of your career here. And as you build, you will get more and more opportunities, whether it's to travel, whether it's to participate in really unique and neat events that we have here, coupled with some of the career fairs that we have. So for example, for our sport management majors, we have this neat event called the Darren Butler Sport Business Forum. And at this event, we bring in speakers to campus, we do leadership development, we also run a case competition where our students can work with a real sport organization that has some sort of problem that needs to be solved, and our students get to compete in that. So, from day one, you don't have to do everything just yet. And we find that many of our students, they may get really involved their freshman year and then start to find their passions their sophomore, junior, senior year and start to really hone in and be excellent at one or two things rather than be mediocre at 10.
Awesome. So then that also leads into my next question that I have for you. Can you just touch a little bit more on specific organizations that students can get involved in, or any selective organizations that particularly stand out to you? I
mean, I feel like I should just flip the question on you two, because you both are super involved, in your introductions, as well as when we were talking a little bit before we started to have this conversation. But we have student organizations that you can join on your own. We also have organizations that are tied to academic programs. So one of our stars is the Shea Sales Center. And to get into the Shea Sales Center, there's an interview process. You complete an academic certificate. So it's a very rigorous experience, but one that is very transformative. And we have more jobs available, more employers than we actually have students sometimes because of how excellent that program is. Of course, you have the Walter Center for Strategic Leadership, which has our strategic leaders, our emerging leaders, again, selective programs for our students to get involved in. But we have just a wide variety, whether you're a sport management major, accounting major, finance major, analytics major, for particular niche organizations. If you want to join the analytics team, there's an opportunity there. If you want to join our multicultural student group for sport, you can do that as well. If there's an organization that you want to create that we don't have, you are more than welcome to do that. You just have to find a faculty member to sign a form for you.
Yeah, that's been my favorite part about Ohio University, and I was definitely that student that got involved very quickly during my freshman year. So the first organization I joined was actually the Shea. Since then, I have gained leadership positions in the Select Leaders Development Program, which is housed in the Walter Center. And we actually had the opportunity to travel to San Diego this January to meet with 3 different Ohio University alumni. And that was my first time ever being on the West Coast, and it was because of Select Leaders that I was given this opportunity. And then I'm also in the Fixed Income Management group, which is a super experimental learning experience that I'm really able to get outside of the classroom, in which we are able to handle a portfolio of around $3 million and I'm able to trade it with fixed income securities, which has been a really good talking point when I'm going into interviews or looking for jobs and whatnot. So that has definitely been one of the highlights I've had at Ohio University.
That's great. If you want to share any of that $3 million, just let me know.
You spoke briefly about the amazing centers of excellence we have here at Ohio University, but could you share maybe a little bit more about the unique experiences that students can have by getting involved?
Absolutely. So, we have these centers of excellence. They're led by faculty and staff members. We have made sure that they have been resourced fully. So some are co-curricular, some are extracurricular. But nonetheless, we have an opportunity for everyone, whether it's you want to stay here in Athens and get opportunities. We're committed to making the Southeast Ohio region stronger. So we have a deep commitment to find opportunities, projects, consulting work, boots on the ground event for our students to get out in the community and help. But if you also want to get outside of Southeast Ohio, you want to go back to your hometown during the summer months to do an internship. We mentioned before the global consulting programs, and there's an opportunity to do short trips, a weekend trips. There's opportunities to do multi-day trips, but nonetheless, there's a ton of opportunities. It's really just going to be up to our students in the College of Business to sort of select the ones that align best with their vision for their career as well as their values.
So we've kind of talked a lot about the student organizations that people can get involved in, what academic support we provide here, but all of this really revolves around the culture about the College of Business. So in a few words, how could you describe the culture of both the College of Business and Ohio University in general?
During my time here at Ohio University, I've really appreciated the size of the community because we are a larger university, but we feel in that sort of like baby bear just right mentality, right? Where you actually get to know your professors. You're going to have your professors multiple times, not just one time your freshman year and you'll never see them again, but you'll see your professors in the hallway. We have a ton of faculty members who are actually alum of the program that have come back to Athens, Ohio to make their careers here in Southeast Ohio. Experiential learning is a huge component, not only of the College of Business, but also the university at large. So it's not just learning from a textbook. Sure, you might have a professor in your class that actually wrote the textbook, but odds are there's going to be some sort of component every semester that you have where you're going to be able to get out of the classroom and do something, right? And be able to pre-reflect and then reflect at the end of that particular experience. Our culture is really what separates us. We start from that Copeland core. You move on to your sophomore year where you do this thing called integrated business cluster, or as we affectionately call it, just cluster, where you take 4 classes clustered together with the same group of students. And during those 4 classes, you actually will work on 2 independent projects in a particular industry. So I'm not sure exactly what the industry that we're using this semester, but I believe last semester we used beauty and cosmetic. And our students would work with a marketing professor, an analytics professor, business communication professor, to be able to work in these teams to develop basically deliverable at the end of the semester. Their sophomore year, not their senior year, not before they leave, but rather we want to create a formative experience early on. And again, that doesn't happen if we don't have that high touch and if we don't have that small community. You asked me to describe this in a couple words, and I probably could continue to keep going if you don't cut me off here, but our culture is very strong in the College of Business, and it's very student-focused, and we want to make sure that as a student that your faculty are here for you, and we're ready to open up whatever door we can to help you succeed.
I can personally attest to that as well. My professors have been so helpful when it comes to finding jobs, internships, or even just help in their current class as well. They really know my name. The average class size is about 30 students, so they know everybody in the classroom, and I'm able to get to know them as well, which has been extremely valuable.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, Casey. Well, thanks again, Dr. Strode, for your time and for sharing your perspectives today. Is there anything else that we haven't touched upon that you would like to share with future students?
What we'd love to see you here in Southeast Ohio. I think that probably one of the things that we try to do is we want to get you on campus, right? Once you get on campus and you sitting behind your screen right now, you're hearing what we say. You probably see how passionate we are about this place, but we need to get you down here to Athens, Ohio to experience it for yourself. So in closing, I would just encourage all of the prospective students to come on down to Athens, stop by. You're likely to see one of the 2 of you on your visit, and hopefully I'll be walking around and I can say hello as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now you're going to be hearing from another one of our College of Business student ambassadors and what their experience has been like in the College of Business.
My name is Jack Heater. I'm from the Cleveland, Ohio area. I'm majoring in finance, business analytics with a minor in Spanish. So Ohio University is a pretty well-known university in my area. I really put together Ohio University when I was in middle school. I knew some of my friends and family, knew siblings or had friends that went there, and that's when I first really found out about Ohio University. My junior year of high school, I took a visit here. I specifically visited the College of Business. I really fell in love with the campus. I fell in love with the college town experience and overall what the College of Business had to provide for me if I were to come here. So as a high school student, I really liked the class sizes. I really liked the professors' industry experience and all the extracurricular programs the school had to offer. I could really see myself going here and taking full advantage of all those aspects. Here at Ohio University, I'm the VP of Professional Development for the Fixed Income Student Management Group. I'm also the treasurer of Latino Student Union, a member of the Select Leader Development Program, and a ambassador for the College of Business. These experiences have given me some really good out-of-the-classroom experience and have helped me differentiate myself from my peers and other students at other universities to achieve top-tier internships and get some really amazing business opportunities. My experience in the Fixed Income Management Group gave me access to Bloomberg terminals, access to industry professionals that are alumni from the group, and they've taught me a lot of the technical knowledge that I needed to know that I may have learned in the classroom later in my experience here at Ohio University. Through the Select Leader Development Program, they gave me the soft skills needed to talk to industry professionals and other C-suite individuals and help me excel both outside the technical aspect of an internship or a job opportunity. This past summer, I worked for Cinven, a private equity firm in New York City. I was able to apply some of the technical knowledge I learned both in the classroom and in the Fixed Income Management Group to help add to pitches, help add to industry research, and overall just help them discuss new investment opportunities. My favorite place on campus, I would have to say, is the trading room in Copeland Hall. We have access to around 20-ish Bloomberg terminals, and I just love going in there doing work and being able to do research and converse with other peers who are in the room as well. My favorite place in Athens is Court Street. I just love the environment of the college town on Court Street. I love all the small restaurants and boutiques and stores that are only in Athens. It just shows the life the city has. As a freshman, I was a part of the Copeland Corps, and this really helped me understand the world of business. Coming in, I knew I wanted to do business, but the Copeland Corps gave me a direction. They showed all the possibilities, they showed some of the careers I could go into, but they also helped me develop a professional persona in both the real world and on social media. So they helped me set up a LinkedIn, they helped me build a resume, they helped me prepare for interviews, all at a very early age, so I could excel when I actually need to put these skills into action. On top of that, I was also in a learning community during that same semester, and this was really beneficial to me because I was paired with other students the same age as me in the same major, so it gave me a good network and point of contact if I had any questions or any concerns, and a good way to make friends who have the same career aspirations as myself. With career coaching and the Career Success Center, I really used those a lot my freshman and sophomore year. Obviously the world of business is very complex and ever-changing. They are a great point of contact not only to get a good more insight on what opportunities are available, but they can also help you prepare for interviews, make sure your resume is up to par, make sure you're talking to the right industry professionals, and they're also just really good people if you want to build a relationship outside of school or outside of networking and trying to find new opportunities. For me personally, I really appreciate our finance professors here at the College of Business. They all have some great actual industry experience, and they incorporate that into their coursework. They're also very understanding and very knowledgeable people. Their coursework is very intriguing and very engaging and applicable to real world. And I've seen some great results from what I've learned in the classroom from these finance professors. One of my favorite professors was my finance professor, Sinan. He has real industry experience with JP Chase, currently also teaches at Ohio State University, and has his own investment portfolio and shares that openly with the group. His coursework in his finance class was directly applicable to many careers that I was considering at the time. And he also is open to set up one-on-ones with each of his students to help discuss career aspirations and goals. So this summer I'll be working with JP Chase in their investment banking division for real estate, gaming, and lodging in New York City. I hope to leverage this for a full-time offer for after graduation. Ohio University helped prepare me for post-graduation through all the opportunities they have provided me both inside and outside the classroom.